Hello, evil minions. It is I, your mean and evil overlord. Hello, it is Friday, April 10th, 2020. Today is going to be just a quick update. Got just a couple little things to say. No lectures today, nothing like that, so don't worry. This will be short and sweet. A couple of quick updates. One, we're going to have to do a change in our Zoom times. I had set it up for Tuesdays and Thursdays, but after I got that set up, got some emails from the teachers got emails from Mr. Gutierrez saying that we needed to have a little more structure in that, and so he has kind of split it up by department. Social studies teachers are going to be Zooming on Wednesdays now, so I will be changing the Tuesday, Thursday Zooms to a Wednesday Zoom. So, yep, we are going from twice a week to once a week, but, I can be a little flexible with the amount of time that we do. Instead of a 30-minute session, I can do like a 45-minute session if we need to, and extend it kind of as necessary for that. So I do apologize for the change. It was just something I hadn't anticipated. Secondly, I've had a lot of questions about the Age of Imperialism guided notes this week, and I've gotten some emails, gotten some messages. Most of you are rolling with the flow on that. What that page 3 was for, and I neglected to say this apparently at any point, but what that page 3 was for was just to add some notes to the verbal lecture on the YouTube that I had for parts 1 and 2 on Africa and Asia. I was just adding extra information to the slides as we went through them. And that third page was just to jot down notes. Now, if you didn't do that, it's not a super huge deal. I think it only ends up being 3 points total out of the 50 points for the assignment, if I've done my addition correctly. So if you didn't do that, it's not a super huge deal. If you can jot down a couple things that you remembered, that's great. If you want to go back and rewatch it, I do apologize that I didn't make that clear from the start. So I do apologize for that. I'm trying to keep track of everything, trying to be 100% accurate, and I missed that, so I'm sorry. Last thing is, I wanted to take just a moment to remind you guys, and this is something I really had to work through this week, and that was about setting boundaries. I am working from home. You are schooling at home. And something I had to remind myself of this week, something I had to mention to my wife, who is also a teacher, and I even mentioned it to some of my colleagues, and that is just remembering that there is a time for work / school, and then there's a time for home. And you have to kind of figure out what works best for you at your home, what time works best for you to get stuff done. Try to set that schedule as much as you can and stick to it as much as you can. And then when it's time to stop. Keep your work time for school separate from your home time. And that, to me, is the lesson that I really had to take to heart this week. My habit the last couple of weeks has been just have my phone with me 24/7, answer emails as they came in, answer questions as they came in, to be as responsive as possible. And ultimately, I didn't mind doing that. But then I found myself never having the time for my family that I should have. Missing out on some things because I had to go and do a video or get into Google Classroom and set something up. And so as we go into this weekend, take the weekend off if you can. Be at home. Enjoy home. If you set aside a little bit of time Monday through Friday for your schoolwork, do that. If you're finding that there is you don't have enough time for a certain subject, communicate with your teacher. We are all trying to work through this. So if your teacher has maybe made an error and given you too much or isn't aware of your situation, reach out to your teacher, whether it's me, to somebody else. And I think I've talked about this before, that we're all trying to be as flexible as possible on this. So for those of you that gave me feedback on the page 3 thing, I do appreciate it. I try to be as accurate as possible, but thank you for reaching out to me and letting me know that. So anyway, we are hitting just over 5 minutes, and I said I was going to keep this short and sweet, and so I'm going to end it here. Have a great weekend. Take time out, enjoy things. If you celebrate Easter, I think that is this weekend. So if you celebrate Easter, celebrate and enjoy. If you don't celebrate, just it's going to be a good weekend. There might be a little rain, whatever. Just enjoy your weekend. All right. So y'all have a good time. Hang in there. We're working through it. Peace. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.